moments ago, Lauren Gardner spoke with Larry Eustace.
Coach, a frustrating first half with a series of bad breaks. How do you collect this senior group and get them back on track?
Well, we can play better and give UNLV credit, but in spite of a lot of missed opportunities around the basket offensively, you know, we've played the wrong way defensively, like Bennett stepping out and screening on ball, and when he rolls, we're supposed to stay with him. And 3 times we played it wrong, and we paid for it with 9 points.
Dorian Green made his return here tonight with that right sprained ankle. How do you assess his first half of play?
Yeah, I think he's been fine. You know, we're playing a tough team on their home court.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Green 1 out of 4 shooting in that first half. How about our E-Trade first half stats? On the glass, Colorado State +5, and the majority of their points in the paint.
And you know what's funny, Andrew? They were down in rebounds for most of that half, but at the end of the half, the last 5 minutes, they started dominating in the lane, especially Colton Iverson, 17 points and 8 rebounds at halftime.
And the game changed a bit when Larry Eustace got a tee. And he earned his technical foul. I'm not a lip reader, but I would say it's really not even for this level of cable television. But after that, they seemed to kind of steady themselves, maybe get a little bit better whistle, and regain their composure.
And you look at it like this, they're shooting 38% and they're down 6 on their opponent's floor, so they can play better, and they're right in this thing.
UNLV is 21-0 this year when leading at the half. They start the second with a 6-point advantage.
My friend, is a very good start.
Thank you, Doug. Hornung, and the follow by Iverson. Picking up right where he left off. He's got 19.
Can't tell you how many times drives lead to offensive rebounds. Wow.
That's DeJon Jones. Some more first half numbers. Colorado State 1 out of 7 from 3-point range. And that's not their forte, but 1 out of 7. They need to improve upon that in the second half, obviously. And 7 3-pointers for UNLV in the first. Anthony Bennett with the 3 fouls starting this half on the bench. Ken Burch in with 2 fouls, and he'll go to the line for a possible 3-point play.
Well, there's an example of Colton Iverson staying too long, and you see, stop it right there. He comes way out and hedges out here, and nobody comes in on Ken Burch. If you're going to hedge a screen hard, then somebody has to help you if you're going to stay with the ball handler that long.
3 fouls now on Greg Smith. So Bennett and Smith 3 apiece. And no 3-point play for Burch. That rebound just gave Iverson a double-double, his 14th of the season. He's also UNLV's first missed free throw of the night. Smith follows up a shot. And a second chance opportunity here for the Rams.
That's the second time Ken Burch has tried to block a shot and given up an offensive rebound because of it.
Green, 3-ball. Moser in transition.
Here come the Rebels.
Reinhardt won't go down.
Didn't miss that one by much. You know, one of the things Colorado State does that's unique defensively is they always run back and get a paint touch. They do a good job of getting back in defensive transition.
Sweet stroke for Mike Meyer.
But by running back and getting a paint touch, it does open up 3-point shots in transition.
All right, guys, how about our Lowe's game improvements from the first half to the second half?
You pointed out the 7 threes in the first half. UNLV has to not fall in love with the 3. If Colorado State comes out and guards you, punch it inside, especially with those 12 first half 3-point attempts.
And then for Colorado State, they've got to play better transition defense, because when you play against the Rebels, they are trying to run on every single possession. Get back and locate, and you really got to talk.
Lowe's never stop improving. Reinhardt at the line for 2. If he makes them both, he'll match his career high of 18 points. And I jinxed him. And something's not right with Reinhardt. He's still limping after that last foul.
You know what's not right with him? He ran into Colton Iverson.
Most people would not be right if that happened.
Kane Reinhardt is a well put together 6'2", 6'3" guard, and he ran into a brick wall named Colton Iverson from Yankton, South Dakota.
Iverson listed at 6'10", 261.
I would say he's more in the 6'8.5" variety, but he's definitely in the 260 variety, and there's not an ounce of fat on him.
He's holding his calf. He might be a cramp because they're rolling the back of his leg. I think it's a cramp.
And Hornung stepped on the line. A turnover by the Rams.
There's Reinhardt. Let's see.
Yeah, I think he caught himself a pretty good cramp.
Reinhardt now on the bench with 17 points. Just over 2 minutes into the second. The winner gets New Mexico in tomorrow's Mountain West Championship game, a game you'll see on CBS Sports at 6 Eastern. Another foul on Colorado State off the Marshall drive.
And credit Anthony Marshall. He's not a great shooter. Now, he's become an improved open three-point shooter and a good solid mid-range shooter. But he has driven Wes Eichmeyer as often as possible off ball screens, and they're off just kind of a naked drive.
Second foul on Eichmeyer. Marshall misses the free throw. Be sure to catch the incredible Burt Wonderstone in theaters now.
Getting some questions on Twitter about the floor you see here at the Mountain West Conference Tournament here at Thomas & Mack. So what the Mountain West did was they went out and bought the Final Four floor from the women's Final Four in Denver. And that was the design. So they didn't have to change the design. And they painted on their own logo and painted on those Reese's logos. So those aren't stickers. That's why we haven't had any slip and falls.
I like it. I think it looks sharp.
It looks sharp. It fits the conference, and it's not so crazy that it takes away from you watching the game.
And at least people can't say that Vegas is playing on their home floor.
Definitely a neutral site environment.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't see much red here.
No, that Reese's logo and, of course, the Mountain West logo, that's part of the floor. And so often those stickers lead to slips, falls, sometimes injuries.
That last foul was on Kem Birch. So now Bennett and Birch, 3 apiece early in the second half.
Nothing better than a peanut butter cup.
That's for sure. Dave Rice is going to have some juggling to do in this game, but you know what? He's got a deep front line. Quintrell Thomas, and even if he's got to go to Carlos Lopez, pretty good subs.
Well, we haven't seen Lopez today.
No, not at all.
Lauren Gardner working the UNLV sideline, and she's been told that the injury to Reinhardt is not an injury, it's cramp, and he's got the ball right now, right back in there.
Good injury identification, Coach.
Yeah. 6-point lead for the Rebels. Good defense by Moser, trying to get a handle on it.
Pick it up.
John Jones can't get it. Knocks it to Moser.
It used to drive me nuts when you have guys trying to dribble and lose ball to themselves. Pick it up. What a move. Got to finish that with his left.
Man, he had 2 straight quality moves. He airballed a finger roll, got the ball back on a steal, and then misses a nice move on a turnaround.
Moser 1 out of 7, but Eichmeyer with an air ball. John Jones.
Oh, it just slipped out of his hand.
Oops.
You talked about not playing on your home floor. These are not the home basketballs of the Running Rebs. They are playing with the Nike balls. That's a new basketball. I hated the new basketball. The synthetic ones were in a little quicker, but they're still.
Yeah, I definitely, we didn't like new balls. It's too slippery.
Well, the Nike ones that they're using here, they're good when they get worn in, but they're not like the Wilson solutions they use in the NCAA tournament are tacky and sticky from the time they break out of the box. They break down a little quicker and don't last as long, but they're tackier right away.
Iverson gets rid of it to Smith.
Oh, he's a beast.
Reinhardt lobbed to Deshaun Jones, and he couldn't get up.
He's got to sprint back now is what he's got to do. It's over.
Bejarano for three. Good. He hit two big back-to-back threes in the quarterfinal win against Fresno on Wednesday.
Deshaun Jones had a rough minute.
Timeout, UNLV. The lead is down to 3.